Welcome into the NIHL Game of the Week here on the Stream Sports YouTube channel. My name's Aaron Schellen. I'm joined by Mike Napolitano, and we've got a girls 16U, 19U National Division regular season matchup today between the North Shore Warhawks and the Leafs 16U squad. The Leafs have both a 16U and 19U girls team in this division, as do the Warhawks. We've got the Warhawks 19U team in action today against the girls 16U 16 team. The Warhawks 8-1-2 in their first 11 games, while the Leafs are 4-6-1. They currently sit in 6th place. The Warhawks are in 2nd place. These two teams have played once before. That was back on October 12th. That was a 3-0 Warhawks victory in that one. Get my notes organized here as we get ready for game 2 of our NIHL doubleheader this morning at West Dundee. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers, as you can see, all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of the season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the NIHL president, or visit the website at NIHL.info. So we've got the Leafs in their whites. We've got the North Shore Warhawks in their greens. The last time we saw a North Shore Warhawks team, Mike, was back at the NIHL Championships at the United Center.
That is true.
We saw I believe it was the 18U Warhawks playing in that game. The last game we saw them.
Warhawks sporting their Hartford Whalers-esque green, gray.
I love a good Whalers jersey, right?
Yeah, and a little navy blue in there. And on the other side, we have the Leafs in their whites with the blue leaf around the midsection. But as you mentioned, Aaron, the Warhawks almost leading the division. They have a positive 30. It's plus 30 goal differential. 38 goals for, 8 goals against. And then that Leafs team, only 1 goal.
Yeah, 8-1-2. The only reason they're not in first place is the Chicago Hawks 16U team, 10-0-2 here through their first 12 games. So they're right there, though, game in hand, 4 points behind the Hawks, while this Leafs 16U team is tied with the Leafs 19U team. They both have 9 points, but the 16U team here has done it in 1 less game. So this game will vault, if they win today or pick up a point today, that'll vault them ahead of their 19U partners, I guess, or opposition, whatever you want to call it. It's the same program, different age group. For the Warhawks, they will start Alexandra Fernandez, number 29, down in goal to our right, and to our left, it'll be Mia Melakrinos, number 50. And I'm interested to see how many of these girls we will see tomorrow, as my partner Eric Willowhite and I will bring you the girls all-star games right here from West Dundee. So some of these girls playing here today will play again here tomorrow, I would imagine. And we are underway. Warhawks with the puck. That's Kennedy Morozic throwing it around the near side. Out to center ice is Brogan with the puck. She loses it. Galvin takes it for the Leafs. It's Evie Galvin in the near corner. Puts it into the high slot area. Stolen away by the Warhawks. Backhand by the Warhawks goes wide of Melakrinos. Behind the net, thrown through the paint. The Leafs try to one-hand it out. They can't. Kept in by Brogan at the point down low. The Warhawks have it. And out to center ice. Leafs gain the red line, dump it in as Evie Galvin tripped over the red line but was able to clear it in wide. Lauren Manning for the Warhawks. Nice pass out to Isabella Brogan. Brogan 2-on-1. Rogan takes the shot. The save is made by Melakrinos. Kept in at the point. Off a shin pad, deflected over by the near half boards now. Down low, Warhawks have it. Try to center it, they can't. And it does trickle out to center ice where Madeline McGuire will regroup. Warhawks right back on the attack, dumped in as Joey Burns will go for a change. McGuire at the point, her wrist shot's deflected by Zoe Simon. Now down low, Avery Senni able to turn and fire it the length of the ice. That'll be an icing here, about 45 seconds into period one.
Well, Aaron, we had the Warhawks actually stretching out and warming up on the concourse by us before this game, and we saw the energy. They had some music going, and they've actually transferred that energy into the start of this one. A lot of offensive zone time. Really nice job along the board battles, and it looks like they are just having fun right now.
They kicked my power cord.
Well, apart from that, yeah.
That's all right. It happens. Leafs control the puck, and they're able to work it out. This is Zoe Simon one-on-one with McGuire. Simon in the corner. McGuire takes it away. Backhands it around the far side. Paige Hines fighting for it. A couple of skaters A-framing down low.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Just a skate battle. Kept in by the Leafs near dot. Now the Warhawks taken right back by the Leafs. Thrown towards the net by Magdalene Good. That's sticked aside by Fernandez. And now out to center ice come the Warhawks. This is Nora Feifel. Feifel down low, gets shoved off the puck. Two white jerseys down there converge to take the puck away. And out to the neutral zone come the Leafs. Skate into the offensive zone, but lose the puck. Warhawks try to get it out and can't. This is Pelk. Pelk puts the shot in on Fernandez.
Yeah, it came up high. Really nice job with the glove and the blocker to steer that away.
Puck bounces up in the air, turned and dumped back in deep by Volavox. Out to center ice now on the stick of MJ St. Meyer. St. Meyer waits for her line mates to clear, and then will dump it right back in. Galvin on the forecheck. Pass up ahead to Feifel. Feifel tries a little indirect one-touch pass, but doesn't get much on it, and that lets the Leafs counterattack. Here's Keely Davis gaining the red line, dumping it in, and Fernandez just puts the mid on it to cover up for a whistle and a face-off.
10:41 to go here in this first period. We've seen a couple of rushes now from the Leafs as they start to wake up and have some offensive zone time here. A couple of changes kept them from keeping sustained zone time, but they found their way to muscle back in.
Yeah, and I will say that as good as this Warhawks team has been with that 8-1-2 mark, not a lot of goal scoring in this national division. The Warhawks lead the league with those 38 goals in 11 games, so they average about 3.5 goals a game. So you're not going to score a ton. So if you're the Leafs, you keep this thing close and give yourself an opportunity here as we go down the stretch. But yeah, 38 goals leads the league. This Leafs team has scored 28. So offensively, not a ton separating these two teams. Senni keeps it into the point. It's defensively where the Warhawks have really shown. They give up less than a goal a game. 8 goals allowed in 11 games so far. Battle at that far half boards. It's sticked away by Fernandez. Pushed up the near half now, and that'll come out to the blue line, 2-on-1. This is Tannenberger. Tannenberger takes it wide, takes the shot, and that's patted away by Melakrinos. First real challenging opportunity for either side there is for the Warhawks, but Melakrinos makes the save. Leafs clear it out. Back to give chase is Madeline McGuire. She's got some space, fires the indirect pass up off the boards. Ava Broderick able to deflect the puck down. Backhanded up to the blue line. Here's Davis. Davis will dump and chase off the back of the net. Pushed back around by Lauren Manning. Pass up ahead looking for Isabella Brogan, but behind Brogan, and that gives the Leafs possession. Nice feed up ahead to Good through center ice. Magdalene Good into the offensive zone, shot into a body. And now out to center ice. Popped up in the air, Leafs have it. Try the cross ice pass looking for Keely Davis, but not able to complete that pass, and now the Warhawks try to attack. Pass deflects past June McMahon. Leafs now dig forward in the near corner. 3 green jerseys, 2 white jerseys down there. Just pinned up against the boards. It does squirt out, and the Leafs will take possession of it. Out of the pack is Evie Galvin. Galvin 2-on-3. Galvin takes it wide on the backhand. Galvin on the forehand, shoots, scores! Evie Galvin, I think she went 5-hole there on Mike on Alexandra Fernandez, and pretty shot, pretty goal. Evie Galvin, 1-0 Leafs.
Yeah, that either snuck in through the 5-hole or the far side, but a really nice power move there. Good puck protection on the backhand, just able to flip it back into reach on the forehand and get a tight angle shot that just beats the goaltender. We have a 1-0 game.
Yeah, and it was at the right time, right? She was on that backhand and just really quickly onto the forehand, a snapshot, gives her teams the lead, And we saw this in the first game where the Leafs, on paper, looked like they may have been outmatched a little bit, but they scored the first goal in that first game. They ended up losing 3-1 in that one, but we'll see if this Leafs team can hold on as this is thrown into the paint and covered up by Fernandez. So the Leafs with a 1-0 lead here, 8 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first period.
Well, we've seen a little bit of a resurgence here from this Leafs squad, and they seem to have the momentum right now. All the zone time is to my right. We'll see if that swings the other way. We did see a strong start from the Warhawks, but suddenly the Leafs are starting to put the pressure on.
Yeah, they continue to possess the puck in the offensive zone. This is Zoe Simon down low. Bounces over the stick of Keely Davis. She had an opportunity there. The Warhawks just look a little off kilter. A lot of these passes are missing their targets by, 6 inches, one way or the other. We'll see if they can correct that here as this game moves on. That's stolen at the blue line. Now it's Reese Landian. Landian puts it towards the goal, and Alexandra Fernandez is forced to cover up for a whistle.
We had goaltender Melikanos coming out of the crease there. I'm not sure if they thought there was there is a delayed call.
Yeah, there is a delayed penalty. It's going to be a trip here on May Tannenberger for the North Shore Warhawks. So the Leafs have the momentum on their side, and now they have a power play.
If you're the Leafs, you're looking at this Warhawks team that doesn't give up a whole lot of goals. You already have a 1-0 lead. You're probably looking to extend that and get all the insurance you can here on this man advantage.
Again, this Warhawks team gives up less than a goal a game. They've already given up 1 here. See if the Leafs can convert on this power play, but that puck is off the end boards and stolen, and out comes Feifel. Nora Feifel in all alone, shoots, rifles it over the crossbar. Just a burst of speed to break through the defense there, and the Warhawks an opportunity to kill some of the time on that power play as Manning overskates it. Gives Galvin a little stick as Evie walks by for good measure. Cleared in by Paige Hines. Back for it here is Kaylee Vanderwall. Vanderwall gets pinned up against the backboards. The Leafs will take possession. Try to hit Galvin with the pass, and that's going to be an icing called here on the Leafs. 1:04 left on the power play. 6:32 left in the first period. Leafs 16U up 1-0.
Well, if you're the Leafs, you really want to get this power play back on track because, like I said, you don't want to get this high-powered Warhawks offense going, especially on a shorthanded opportunity that could swing the momentum back the other way. Instead, of course, you want to extend your lead, get some insurance because you never know what could happen down the stretch.
As I mentioned, not a ton of offense. 38 goals in 11 games is a good pace, but it's under 4 goals a game. So if you can get to 3, if you're the Leafs and you can get to 3, you feel pretty good about things. Right now they got one. Leafs have the puck far half boards, 40 seconds left on the power play. Warhawks pin the puck up against the Leafs, up against the boards by the Leafs bench. Now they'll skate out with it. June McMahon finds Joey Burns. Burns loses the puck in her skates. And we're gonna have a penalty called here on the Warhawks, I think, again. Oh no, is that gonna be offsides? No, it's a penalty.
That is a penalty.
Yeah, it'll be another penalty here on the Warhawks. A near side official calling a rough on, I think it's gonna be on June McMahon. So for 20 seconds, the Leafs will have a 2-skater advantage.
That was a little extra force coming into the boards there, and I think that's probably the right call made by the official. And
5-on-3.
5-on-3, yeah, as you mentioned.
Still 20 seconds left on the penalty to May Tannenberger. Draw to be taken by Magdalene Good. Warhawks win the draw. Back to the near point. Vanderwall takes the shot, hits a body in front. D-to-D passing. Ariana Pelk will scale it around. Good. Pushing it up a little bit further. Now the Leafs. One skater out of the box. 5-on-4. On the bumper. Shot in. Nice pad save by Fernandez. Kicked out. Juicy rebound, but Leafs not able to do anything with it. Cleared up the boards. Not out. Vanderwall keeps it in. The tip. Shot out in front, and the save by Fernandez. Is we got a bit of a meeting in front of the net. Is Magdalene Good right out in front, Mike, doing what you're supposed to do is that net front presence, making things tough on the goaltender.
Yeah, the defense didn't take too kindly to Good, and actually she's going to go to the box for that after the whistle. So this should negate the power play time for the Leafs. So if you're the Warhawks, the hard part is over. You've killed the 5-on-3.
Right.
Now you are drawing a penalty, so in fact you're going to get some power play time on the latter half of this. If you're the Leafs, though, you saw that one juicy rebound off the pads. If you happen to get a chance in the offensive zone, again, you're looking to shoot low, maybe get somebody backdoor for a rebound, but now you have to play defense against this Warhawks team. There's
a shot in, the save made by Melakrinos, and we're gonna have another penalty called here on the Leafs for a rough. And right to the box is MJ St. Meyer. No argument whatsoever from MJ.
I think she was headed there before the referee even made the call. Just not a great discipline play there, because you don't want to put your team short-handed now and swing the momentum.
This will be an extended 5-on-3 as well once that next skater comes out of the box for the Warhawks. Currently a 4-on-3 for the Warhawks, who are down 1-0. We'll see if this gives them sort of that juice that they've been missing here in the first handful of minutes. But that's a nice play by Keely Davis to work the puck out with no stick. But here right back come the Warhawks. The backhand by Burns is smothered by Mia Melakrinos.
Yeah, Melakrinos, a really nice save there. Could have been dangerous with a 2-on-1 opportunity, but yeah, as you mentioned, a really nice effort without a stick there.
Yeah, Keely Davis was sitting on the ice, and she was able to sweep the puck out with her stick, or with her skate rather. I'm gonna face off here to the right of Melakrinos. Back to the points. Mrozik, Romanoff. Right out in front, save made by Melakrinos. Zoe Simon now works it out, and now Pelk 1-on-2. Pelk into the offensive zone, backhands it in on Fernandez, who makes the save.
I like that play, Aaron. You know, you're just trying to kill more time on this 5-on-3. Just flip that at the goaltender. If you happen to find the goalie in the mitt, or, you know, in a tough area, you get the whistle, get a face-off in the offensive zone while you're shorthanded. If you're the Leafs, you want to play a little bit further away from your net. It's tough to do on a 5-on-3, but at least keep this Warhawks team to the outside.
Here's a dangerous play. Paige Hines has it in the centering feed, looking for Mrozik. Puck underneath the stick of Mrozik and out. Yeah, I always like those backhand shots because they come off the stick like a knuckleball. And you never quite know where it's going to go. Those can be some of the toughest shots to save. So, especially when you're shorthanded, you may as well take a shot at it. Pelk on the forecheck. Madison Romanoff for the Warhawks. Goes indirect. Paige Hines deflects it into the corner. Walhawks pushes it up around the near boards. Has it again. So it is a 5-on-3 for 30 seconds here for the Warhawks. Warhawks have already killed off a 5-on-3. Now they have one of their own. Here's Mrozik back to the point. Romanoff unloads the wrist shot that I think hits the knob of the stick of Milakrinos into the corner. Pass out into the slot area and dumped out. And the best part about that clear by Ava Broderick is it goes down on the goalie Fernandez, so no icing. First power play is up for the Leafs. The second power play is also up. There's about a 5-second difference between those two power plays. So nicely done by both teams to kill off a shortened 5-on-3 as we had some physicality here in the first period, and the Leafs ice it here with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, it's tough to see which way the momentum really is swinging when both teams have done a nice job defensively, killing, like what you mentioned, two-man advantages. You know, and I know the one for the Leafs wasn't as long-lived, but they do a nice job on defense when they could have been in a tough situation there. You mentioned the knob of the stick actually on that one clearing attempt by Ava Broderick. The knob of her stick actually came out. It was rattling around on the ice, so a lot of really good defensive work, and you know, all parts of the stick being used to keep that puck away from the Leafs goal.
Hey, you do whatever you have to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Down low, up along the near half boards. Walhawks jamming at it. There are 7 skaters within about 5 feet of the puck. Coming out of it is the Warhawks, and the deflection goes high and wide. I think it was June McMahon, number 22, it was. Nice tip, but it went high and wide, and now out the other way is Landon. Landon tries to skate around, gets on her forehand, now goes backhand in the corner. Now over skates it, and Joey Burns has it. Warhawks give it away. There's a turnover. Evie Galvin, the near point, nice drag by Galvin. Galvin on the backhand. Galvin on the forehand, tries to jam it home, and Evie Galvin scored the first goal of the game on a play just like that, Mike. I've been impressed by number 21 in white so far.
I was just about to say another power move there, and almost another goal opportunity for the Leafs to extend the lead. As we mentioned, momentum going back and forth in this game. It's been a lot of, you know, both teams having to kill power plays, and now we get some 5-on-5 action and another power move. It's
hard to build momentum when you're dealing with shorthanded opportunities, but you see a lot, especially in the NHL, where when a team kills off a 5-on-3, they get a boost of energy, and you see that momentum shift a little bit. And yeah, the Leafs have played pretty well here against a Warhawks team that hasn't been challenged much this year. Brogan clears it in off the stick of MJ St. Meyer. St. Meyer will turn around and fire it off the boards and out. Warhawks will have to wait for their line mates to clear. Pass off the boards for Brogan. Brogan gains the blue line. Not much on that pass that allows the Leafs to clear it out to center ice. Here's Magdalene Good going through the defense. She's down there by herself. Her teammates come to help her. But by that point, she's pinned up against the backboards. 38 seconds left. 5 players jamming at the puck, and the officials had enough. There's the whistle for a face-off.
Yeah, especially in the last minute of the game, I think you want to get that whistle in there to not have a delay of game in a sense, because you want this puck to move, you want this play to go on and resume, and in such a crucial moment. A 1-goal game, 30 seconds on the clock here.
Draw to the right of Fernandez. It's won by the North Shore Warhawks. Taking a spill is Romanoff. I don't know if she got a stick in between her skates, but she went down. And right back into the corner we go. 5 skaters digging for it. But the puck is loose this time, so the officials will let it go. And That'll come out all the way back into the Leafs zone, and that looked like that thing cut the paint, but they're still going to call it as an icing.
Yeah, really,
looked like it went through the blue paint a little bit there.
Really good race too from the West Dundee defense to go back and tag up for that one, but otherwise could have been an opportunity for Brogan.
4.5 seconds left. Opportunity for the Leafs here in the closing seconds of the period. Leafs turn, try to fire it towards goal, and that will do it here for period number 1. A good first period by the Leafs. They come in against a team that has had a lot of success so far this season, and they'll take a 1-0 lead into the second period. Well, Mike, Eric, and myself all hope that you enjoyed your holiday break. The 24-25 season is in the home stretch, and all the teams in the leagues are now battling to qualify for the end of season NIHL Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website, the NIHL Facebook and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Later today, my partner Eric Willowite will be out in Darien for the Chicago Pee-wees A3 matchup as they welcome in the Irish Rovers. That's a 3:40 puck drop. And then tomorrow, Eric and I will be right back here at Canlan, West Dundee for the girls 12U, 14U, and 16U, 19U National Division All-Star Games. Those start at 5:10 p.m. Tune in on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. If your team manager is interested in arranging an NIHL Game of the Week broadcast, ask him to contact myself, Aaron, or my partner Eric at streamsportsmidwest@gmail.com. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Later today, you put NIHL on the big TV, you put the Blackhawks on the little TV. The Rangers invade Chicago to take the Blackhawks today, 2 p.m., ESPN Plus and ABC. And then Wednesday, the 8th, the Avalanche come calling, 6:30 p.m. That's on TNT and Max. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Everybody's got 2 screens at this point, right?
Yeah, picture-in-picture is a big thing.
I got my computer when I want to watch multiple games. I put the big game, I put the most important game on the big TV. I put, the next game on my computer, and I watch them both. So
for most, it's hard to watch the Blackhawks even as it is these days.
That's right. Yeah, so put them on the little TV.
So yeah,
put NIHL on the big TV. All right, we're about ready to go here for the second period. 1-0 Leafs with the lead.
Both goaltenders during that intermission were relacing their pads, having some discussions with the bench, and they're ready to go now once more. Both got a workout in that first period. We don't have a shots on goal counter, but I would imagine there were a lot more for the Leafs there.
It was very back and forth in that first period. Again, we don't get a lot of exposure other than when we're at these games. So, we look at the standings and we make some assumptions based on standings, right? Because that's all we really have. And we see the Warhawks coming in 8-1-2 and giving up less than a goal a game. And you just assume that they've been steamrolling the competition. And I can tell you, this Leafs team has been impressive, especially Evie Galvin, who has the only goal of the game. She also had their other kind of sterling opportunity in that first period. So the Leafs hanging with the Warhawks here. We got an icing here in the early going. Draw will come to the right of Melakrinos. McMahon on the draw for the Warhawks, and Ariana Pelk for the Leafs. It's one back to the point. This is Mrozik, the hard slap shot. Deflects down into the corner. McMahon backhands it to the point. There's nobody home, though. And Mrozik will have to play it. Kennedy Mrozik in her own zone, wearing that C. Cross-ice pass hits Feifel. Feifel had the best chance in that first period for the Warhawks. Broke in all alone and shot the puck over the crossbar. Here's a shot that is fought off by Alexandra Fernandez, but she's able to make the glove save.
Both teams will change up here. We saw a little bit of animosity in that first period, but both teams have seemed to settle down and, of course, go to their respective benches without any more whistles. You don't want to put your team down again. you've killed off the power plays that you have. You don't want to chance it any more than you have to.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of animosity. You know, I mean, it's hockey, right? There's supposed to be a little bit, but, you know, you don't want, as you said, you don't want to hurt your team with it. So be smart and have fun while you're doing it. As the Warhawks dump and chase. St. Meyer has her stick lifted. Warhawks steal the puck. Leafs bang it up off the boards, and they have a 3-on-1 here. This is Sarah Hillier with it. Hillier tries the cross-ice pass, cleared out into the slot by Wagner, and that almost deflected off the pads of Fernandez. Here's a shot that Fernandez will cover up. So Hillier came down that far side, had Frankie Wagner on her left, tried the pass, deflected behind the net. Wagner backhanded it out in front, Mike, and that pad of Fernandez deflected it away, but another good opportunity for the Leafs. You're already up 1-0.
I like the opportunity there, and I like the idea that she stuck with it, even though it wasn't in the wheelhouse, was able to center that puck, and just unfortunately didn't have a teammate there to capitalize, but this has awarded them a face-off in the offensive zone with the sustained pressure that they kept there.
Ariana Pelk to take the draw for the Leafs. It's won, however, by McMahon for the Warhawks. Pushed around the far side. Pinching over there is Avery Senny, kept in by the Leafs. It's deflected into the near corner. Landian, cross ice. Senny back at the far point again. She'll scale it along the boards, and she plays catch with Reese Landian. Landian turns and fires. That deflects off of Pelk behind the net. McMahon tries the self pass. Again, Senny keeps it in. 3 good pinches by Avery Senny here to continue this possession for the Leafs. Pelk gets knocked down. We're going to have a trip called on Brogan. And it's one of those plays, Mike, where clearly accidental, clearly not intending to get her stick in the skates of Ariana Pelk, but you are responsible for your stick. And stick is an extension of your body. And to the penalty box goes Isabella Brogan, and the Leafs will have a skater advantage here for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of a penalty that you have to take in that situation. Like you said, you still have to have control of your stick, but you're just trying to clear the puck out of your zone in a dangerous high slot area and unfortunately catch the legs of the attacker, and now you're a man short.
Draws one by the Warhawks, pushed around by Morozic, and it is eventually cleared out by Paige Hines. Vanderwall back on it for West Dundee. Kaylee Vanderwall along the far boards, and now she'll have to play it behind her own net again. 11.5 left to go in the middle frame. She'll try the far side again, hits Evie Galvin. Galvin tries to throw it off the boards, instead gives it away, and I think that's Feifel. It is. That is Nora Feifel, who gets the shot from in close, forcing Melakrinos to make the stop.
We've seen a couple of shorthanded opportunities for this Warhawks team. So the Leafs have had some struggles even when they are on the man advantage, clearing it from their zone. As you mentioned in the back there, Kaylee Vanderwall, really nice job of head checking and opening up those hips behind the goal to really analyze all of her options to try to clear that puck. She made the right decision, unfortunately just didn't have a teammate there to clear the rest of the way.
And both times shorthanded Nora Feifel, she had that breakaway opportunity in the first, and then that one from in close there. So maybe a bit of a penalty killing specialist.
Yeah, I was going to say
Nora Feifel.
She's probably your best penalty killer, at least putting herself in the right position to be.
Balavox clears it in deep. Would have liked to have seen her maybe take a shot there from the point. There was nobody within about 15 feet of her. Instead, she tried to play it down the boards, and Leafs still possess, pinned up against the backboards, taken out by the Leafs. Vanderwall flips it in towards the goal, kept in at the point. Here's a shot from the point, fought off again. The rebound, that initial shot was Keely Davis. Balavox now down low. And here's Mrozic skating it out and working it out to center ice. Feifel, nice little self pass. Feifel tries to go around the second layer of defense and Keely Davis and can't. Outlet pass hits Reese Landian. Landian 1-on-3 though. Landian will take it deep. Still has it on her backhand. Tour of the attacking zone, put towards the goal, but that deflects off of Madison Romanoff. Romanoff on the backhand. Landian turns, throws it towards the goal, and the right pad save made by Fernandez, flashing that leather at the last minute. Here's Galvin. Galvin, the aerial pass. Landian walking in, and what do we got?
We're going to get a call
penalty
on the Leafs, it should be.
Looks like
they
that's
had
going to be
possession of the puck.
Yeah, Magdalene Good. I thought maybe the net had come off its pegs or something, but no, this is going to be another penalty here on Magdalene Good. And we'll see if the official tells us what it was for, but if it was, oh no. Looked like Good was going towards the penalty box. It may have been the net. It may have just been the net.
Oh, could be, all right. Yeah, that would bring the face-off out here, which I am otherwise confused on why it would be outside of the zone. So yeah, a really nice sauce pass there from Vanderwall that was about to create an opportunity for the Leafs if that net hadn't come off its moorings there.
Fired towards the goal by Keely Davis through the slot. Warhawks have it. Power play's up, but another good power play by the Leafs. No goals, but really good possession and some good opportunities in the offensive zone as that's dumped opposite corner. Zoe Simon backhanded up off the boards. Backhanded in towards the goal. Heady right pad save made by Fernandez off the stick of Zoe Simon. Going hard into the boards is Isabella Brogan. She gets up, looks to be no worse for wear, and the Warhawks have it below their red line. D to D, outlet pass up ahead to McMahon. McMahon with a nice move, 2-on-2, trying to get around Vanderwall. Tries the self pass, but good layers there, and MJ St. Meyer will play it, push it around for Pelk. Pelk hits Broderick. Ava Broderick now into the offensive zone with the puck. Leaves it behind, and McMahon dumps it to center ice. Sarah Hillier turns and pushes it to space, but the only one there is Madison Romanoff. Romanoff's pass is stolen. Good. Turns and fires it in deep. Madeline McGuire. Romanoff now with it. 2 to his side. Comes out the other side. Still below the red line. Broderick gets knocked down behind the nets. Good, walking out of the corner with it. Shot from the slot area. Avery Senni came in from the point, Mike, and set herself up in that high slot. And didn't get a ton on the shot, but got enough on it to force Fernandez to have to make the stop.
Yeah, and that board battle down low, Madeline McGuire had actually lost her stick. And, you know, you let go of it, you put your hands up as to say, I didn't mean to get that stick in the midsection. It wasn't, you know, worth a call or anything, but it's tough when you're short a man, basically, then, because you don't have an extra stick.
5 versus 4.5, right?
Yeah.
Pass up ahead, looking for Page leadoff. It's deflected into the Leafs defensive zone by MJ St. Meyer. Leadoff behind the net, gets pushed up against the boards by Pelk. Hillier works it around to Galvin. Galvin tries the hard self-pass off the boards. Warhawks possess, and now the Leafs take it back. Here comes Galvin. 2-on-2, Evie Galvin, the only goal scorer of the game. Galvin drops it for Landian. Landian tries to stick handle across the blue line and gives the puck away. Center ice, Tannenberger. Tannenberger across the blue line, cuts it wide. Tannenberger fires the shot that hits the pad of Melakrinos and comes out the near side. Tannenberger behind the nets. Leafs will take it now out the near side. Frankie Wagner loses the puck, and it does eventually hop out to center ice. Morozic getting hounded by now 3 white jerseys and is able to chop it out of the zone. McMahon racing for the puck with St. Meyer. McMahon will win the race. McMahon waiting for some teammates. McMahon still holding, finds Morozic, top of the near dot, the slap shot, the save. Melakrinos, and the official blows the whistle, tapping himself on the chest, saying, my bad, I lost the puck. And that's fortunate for the Leafs because Melakrinos dropped the puck and the Warhawks had it behind the net. Instead, it'll be a face-off.
I want to go back to that play. Morozic, only defender back, getting hounded by 3 white sweaters and is still able to turn the puck up. And look at where we are at now. An offensive draw for the Warhawks would have been still an offensive opportunity had that quick whistle not gone. So,
and Charlotte Buddington off that draw was able to walk in and get a shot in on Melakrinos, and the Warhawks with their best shift really in a while here, Mike. This last 30 seconds of time offensively, they've looked pretty sharp. Here's a centering feed, the shot from Mrozik. Point blank, Mia Melakrinos is there though to make the save. Best opportunity probably of the day for the Warhawks, save for the breakaway by Peifel.
That was a really nice pass from below the goal line from Burns and a point-blank opportunity for Mrozik. I mean, you talk about how she has created this play and started this offense for them. It would have been really nice for her to get rewarded there as well, but this Warhawks team, as you mentioned, Aaron, really starting to find their footing in the last couple minutes.
Yep, good couple of shifts here for the Warhawks as they look to get this game even. They're down 1-0. Long cross-ice pass looking for Davis, doesn't connect to McMahon, looking for Buddington. Buddington tries the backhand pass, but Broderick is there to take it away. Warhawks again turn and fire it back into the offensive zone. This is Maya Volavox. Below the red line, goes D to D as the puck's stolen by Joy Burns. Burns back to the blue line, gains some space. Nice move by Burns. She's top of the near dot. Backdoor pass, backhand deflected wide of the near post by Paige Leadoff. Here's a centering feed. McMahon tries to turn and fire the backhand, but it deflects, and it's cleared out by Keely Davis. Leafs a little bit hemmed in here, Mike, as the Warhawks seem to have found their footing with 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Volavox along the near side. McMahon puts the shot off a shin pad. McGuire in the backhand, the shot, the rebound. Peifel not able to get there, and the Leafs are fortunate as Peifel had a lot of open net to shoot at if she had been able to possess that puck.
It took one sweep at it and only found air. Had to get it on the second opportunity, but by then goaltender had already moved back across.
Magdalene Good with a head of steam takes the shot, stick to side. 2 to a side now in that near corner. Good kicks at it. Leafs walk out with it as Evie Galvin tried to backhand it as she got in front of the net, but it was tipped away. Here's Kaylee Vanderwall now. She's being hounded. Loses the puck, gets it back, backhands it up, and cleared out by Reese Landian. Rogan will have to wait for her teammates to clear. She does, gets right back across the blue line with Landian all over, and that's good back check work by Reese Landian to take the puck away. Mrozik goes D to D. A lot on that pass, flipped out to center ice as Mrozik and Landian go hard into each other. There's a shot, and slow to get up is Madison Romanoff after that collision with Landian. Now in the far corner, Evie Galvin runs into Mrozik. Mrozik in the far corner, bangs it up off the boards, kept in at the far point, now skated out by Mrozik. Mrozik 2-on-2 has got Peifel on her right. Peifel, that pass a little bit behind her. She's not able to get the shot off. Romanoff now, she'll take the shot. That's knocked down by the blocker of Mia Melakrinos, and out to center ice. Evie Galvin on a potential breakout here, one-on-one, cuts back in on Romanoff, fires the shot, blocker and padded away by Fernandez, and we're gonna have a penalty called here on the Leafs behind the play.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much of a shoulder from the Leafs. Evie Galvin, the lone goal scorer in this one, was trying to get that second opportunity. I want to go actually back to the Joey Burns opportunities on the far side. She had some nice defensive work that led to a couple of rushes. The Leafs, as you mentioned, were hemmed in their own zone. Did a nice job to get that puck out.
In power play here for the Warhawks. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in the second. Faceoff will be taken by Joey Burns. It's won, however, by the Leafs, and Avery Senni hits something along the boards, kept in the corner. Burns, stick handling, waiting, cross ice pass, deflection. I think that went up over the crossbar. Off the stick of McMahon. McMahon tries to backhand it in, can't. Davis not able to work the puck away from Manning, and now the Leafs do dig it out to center ice. Right back on the counterattack, though. Here come the Warhawks. Joey Burns in between the faceoff dots. Drops it for Buddington. Buddington leaves it for Manning. Manning has her pass deflected by Senny, and now Keely Davis will skate it out to center ice. Pass up ahead to Frankie Wagner, who's knocked down, and we're going to get a penalty called on the Warhawks.
I think that stick just got in the legs there.
Yep.
Might not have been a whole lot, but as you're trying to turn there, you don't really have a whole lot of balance, and that'll put the Leafs back on the power play here.
Yeah, that was a pass. Keely Davis up ahead to Frankie Wagner, who was skating backwards when she collected the pass, and as she was turning around, as you said, a little bit of stick action between those skates, and it was enough to trip her up and draw a penalty. 4-on-4 for a minute 4. Warhawks win the draw. This is Kennedy Morozic. Morozic gets pushed up against the boards hard by Reese Landy, and those two have been battling, I should say. Fighting implies they're doing something illegal, which they're not. They are just battling hard. And now into the offensive zone come the Warhawks. Pushed up and out. Ariana Pelk does a nice job working it out to center ice. A minute 23 left in the period. Landy and into the offensive zone, a 1-on-2. Doesn't get much on the shot, and Morozic will play it. Morozic backhands it the other direction, finds Romanoff. Romanoff spins around onto her backhand and is able to just skate it out to center ice. Cuts back there, Landy, and goes down hard. Romanoff in, the hard wrist shot up over the crossbar. The Leafs up along the far boards and out. Now the Leafs will have a power play for the rest of the period unless they score. It'll carry about 7 seconds into the third. There's 40 seconds left in the period, 47 seconds left on the power play for the West Dundee Leafs, who have a 1-0 lead. Peifel has it taken away by Galvin, who's back out of the box. Evie Galvin leaves the puck for Wagner. Wagner on the backhand finds Galvin. Galvin tries to corral the puck. She can't. And Alexandra Fernandez will pounce on it and cover up.
21.4 to go here. As you mentioned, only about a half a minute to go on the power play. Faceoff will come to the left of the Warhawks goaltender Fernandez.
Draws one back to the point. Volavox puts it over by the far half. Galvin back to the point. Senny. Galvin at the bumper, walking in. Evie Galvin fires the shot. That hit something. It went wide of the near post.
I think that hit the back of the cage.
Okay, Volavox. D to D, Senny, and time's going to run out. Volavox didn't know how much time was left on the clock. She had an open lane. It would have been a pretty easy save, more than likely, by Fernandez, but you got to fire that. We are through 2. Leafs still up 1-0. A goal by Evie Galvin in the first is held up so far. The Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that their Little Blackhawks Learn to Play is a program created by the NHL to make hockey more accessible and to inspire boys and girls 4 to 9 years old to get in the game. The Blackhawks' goal is for the kids enrolled in this program to become part of the local hockey community and to develop fundamental skills that help them succeed on and off the ice. If you know kids who might be interested, you can find more details and register for winter or spring Little Blackhawks Learn to Play programming at NHL.com/blackhawks/amateur/little-blackhawks. So, yeah, Mike, we came into this game, Warhawks 8-1-2. They'd given up 8 goals in 11 games and had pretty much had their way with whoever they had played. But Evie Galvin and this Leafs squad has not made it easy on them. And you can say they've played them even, or, you know, I mean, even with the score being aside, an argument can be made that the Leafs have outplayed the Warhawks so far through 28 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen some nice walking of the line from Evie Galvin, as you mentioned, and that has really created a lot of that West Dundee offense. But on the other side of things, the Warhawks, we've seen Joey Burns open the hips, walk the line, puck protect, as well as Kennedy Morozic as well. So it's going to be a battle of the goaltenders here going into this final period. 8 seconds on the power play.
Yeah, and
remaining.
Speaking of goaltenders, Mia Melacrinos, she hasn't been tested a lot. She made that one save on Peifel in that first period on the breakaway, but she's been pretty steady in this game. Hasn't given up a lot of easy rebounds or juicy rebounds, if you will, and she's played well. And at the other end, Alexandra Fernandez has played well as well. And I mean, you would expect that from Fernandez, given that, again, that 8 goals in 11 games for the Warhawks. So it'll be 8 seconds left on the power play here for the Leafs. So we get ready to start the final 14. McMahon and Good will take the draw here. It's won by McMahon. That'll just about do it here on the power play. Landian will dump it cross ice for Evie Galvin. Galvin tries to skate through a couple of green sweaters and can't. That's taken away by McGuire. McGuire, the indirect pass to Burns. Burns will gather in the offensive zone. Burns takes it deep. Volavox all over her. That's a good battle between 2 and 45 down low. That centering feed goes right through the paint. Deflects up off the glass. Nope, that deflects up and over the glass for a whistle and a face-off.
So we will have a face-off to the left of Mia Melacrinos. We've got the Warhawks lining up for the draw here. Both sides back to even strength. Puck escapes the zone, and Warhawks will have to regroup here. Trying to flip this puck back out of their end. They'll flip it as far as center, and then it's sent all the way back down for the Warhawks to corral.
Behind the nets. Thank you, Mike, for stepping in there for me. We're a 2-man team here, and we got to make sure that not only is the game being broadcast effectively, but that all of our equipment is safe, and I had to go adjust something. So Mike took care of that for me while I was doing what I needed to do.
Oh.
Nice play down low by MJ St. Meyer to break up a potential 2-on-1. Ariana Pelk now right back on the counterattack. Pelk takes it wide, poke checked by Morozic. Morozic will just take it away.
I think Burns just lost an edge there on the rush, but I think fans wanted a call there.
Looking for Julia Arnold. Arnold has it across the blue line. Vanderwall bumps into her, takes the puck away. Really good defense by both teams. Both good stick work and good back check work by both teams. I've been really impressed by it.
As you're checking the equipment, it can't be the Warhawks this time unplugging us, because they're out here playing.
No, it is the next game. The way these are, we'll get to that in a second, but the Warhawks are in the offensive zone with the puck. The Leafs will take it away. Galvin looking cross ice, but the intended recipient of that pass was going for a line change. Center ice with it. Morozic turns and fires it into the body of Keely Davis as she's going for a change, and they're going to say too many men on the ice. That is unfortunate. Keely Davis was trying to climb over the board. She got hit with the puck, and it's going to be, I think that's going to end up being a too many men on the ice penalty called here on the Leafs.
Yeah, there was an argument from the Leafs bench, and I mean, they can argue all they want, but if it hits that player that's changing, even if that puck is shot into them, that's going to be a too many men. Of course, I don't believe you can intentionally shoot it at somebody who's changing just to get the too many men, but I don't think that was an intentional shot. I think that was the Warhawks just trying to send that puck off the boards and into the offensive zone. So we will see another Warhawks power play here.
Yeah, at any rate, the Leafs will be shorthanded for 2 minutes, and then it was Evie Galvin who will take the penalty, so she'll sit in the box for 2.
Draw to the left of Melacrinos.
Warhawks skate out with it. Shot put towards the goal by Tannenberger. And Melacrinos sticks it away, and the Leafs are able to bang it out. Back to play it, Lauren Manning. Manning to Peifel. Peifel across the blue line. She'll stop the outside of the near dot. Now centers it. Looking for Isabella Brogan, not able to connect. That pass is stolen by Keely Davis. Davis out to center ice. Davis gaining the red line and smartly dumping it in. It's another one of those smart plays, right? You got someone bearing down on you. You got to know where you are on the ice. You gain the red line and dump so you don't get whistled for that icing.
And with that spatial awareness, and she was able to allow the rest of her line on this penalty kill to change.
Wagner turns and dumps it out again. No ice scraping in between periods, so it's a slow ice right now. So Wagner knew that once she put that up off the boards, that wouldn't go for an icing. Peifel as it's swept away by Hillier. They'll continue to chase after it. Hillier wins the race to the puck, and that will be iced. 43 seconds left on the penalty. The too many skaters on the ice being taken by Evie Galvin. 10 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the third.
Evie Galvin has been all over this game. I mean, she is the lone goal scorer thus far and been in the box a couple of times for, you know, this time an unfortunate too many men, but before a little bit of physicality. So she has definitely had her name everywhere on the score sheet.
Puck bounces up in the air, glove down, cleared out. Is that going to have legs? It is going to have legs, and it is going to be another icing. And if you're the Leafs, you don't want to, I know you're trying to kill a power play here, but you don't want to get into a mindset of we have to kill the next 10 minutes. Play your game. They've played a really solid hockey game today. Continue to play your game and you know, try to get another one. You know, one's not enough. And you tend to see it, you know, especially in sports like football, where the team starts playing a prevent defense, then all of a sudden you give up that score. Here's a shot from Burns, is off the body of Melakrinos into the corner. Burns will try it again. This time she'll walk out the backdoor feed. Score! Kennedy Morozic from Joy Burns ties it at 1.
Well, you knew that was coming eventually, not just the Warhawks goal, but Morozic finding the back of the net. For the Warhawks side of things, she has also been all over the stat sheet, but an unfortunate one for the Leafs. I'm sure they want that one back after a little bit of controversy on the call that led to the power play, but it is an even 1-1 game after a man advantage goal there. You were just talking about the Leafs not getting into that mindset. You know, we've seen a lot of shorthanded opportunities. They didn't have to ice that every single time. Maybe, you know, you don't want to stretch yourself thin, but try to send that puck up shorthanded.
The Leafs just gave Joy Burns too much space right at the net there. That first one, she tried a tuck attempt. This time she was very patient and saw Kennedy Morozic coming in from the blue line, made a perfect pass. That was an easy goal for Kennedy to tie it at 1. Hillier has it. She'll wind up, take the wrist shot. That's patted down by Fernandez and cleared out to center ice. So we got a brand new game, 1-1, 9:17 left in the third. Wagner across the blue line. Wagner takes it wide now. She tries to center it, knocked down by Romanoff. Romanoff backhands it up to the blue line and skating onto it. It's Page leadoff. Leadoff back checked from behind by both Hillier and Evie Galvin. Forced to play it in her own zone. Madeline McGuire now up through center ice. McGuire cuts it wide, gains the blue line, puts the shot towards the goal, and it was going to go wide, but it's knocked away with the right pad of Mia Melakrinos. And now Vanderwall comes out to center ice. Knocked away, Manning, now Burns. Burns, 1-on-3, tries to get the shot, but good back check there by Kaylee Vanderwall to make it tough on Burns. McMahon stick handles, finds Burns. Burns will dump. 8:15 left. Pelk along the near boards and outs. Ava Broderick now into center ice. Has got Keely Davis with her. Broderick takes the shot that goes wide of the near post. Burns tries to clear it out. She can't. It's kept in at the point. Volavox pops up in the air into the near corner now. Nice move by Morozic to get free, get some space. And the Warhawks tap it out to center ice. McMahon, 3-on-1, has got Burns with her. That pass just ahead of Joy Burns. Maybe a little too excited on that pass by McMahon. She had a 3-on-1.
And she had some room to skate as well. Maybe would have liked to see her take that further into the zone before she makes that pass.
Morozic pinches at the near point, keeps it in for the moment. Back to play it is MJ St. Meyer. St. Meyer will stop and let Peifel go past her. Morozic, though, keeps it in at the point again. A couple of good keeps on this shift by Kennedy Morozic. Brogan tries to gather the puck and can't. Volavox behind her net. Off the boards, kept in at the point by Romanoff. Romanoff puts it towards the goal. And covering up is Mia Melakrinos. 7 minutes even left to go in the third period, 1-1.
I'm not really sure what we have in store for the final 7 here, because we've seen this game go both ways. As we mentioned at the start of the third period, could be a battle of the goaltenders for sure, but also, you know, both teams have had their fair share of time in the box. So I think for this final 7, you just focus on not taking those penalties to hurt your team and trying to just have a 5-on-5 opportunity go your way.
Know where your stick is at all times. We've seen a couple of tripping penalties on sort of accidental, just stick getting into skates type things as Pfeiffer has it swept away.
Oh,
and there we go.
You just mentioned keep your stick where you can.
There'll be a hook.
At all times, but yeah, here's a hook.
Magdalene Good will go back to the box for a second stick infraction here today.
It's times like these where maybe you're gripping your stick a little hard because it's a tense game, it's a tie game. Minutes are being shaved off the clock, and you know, maybe the nerves get to you a little much and you take an unwanted penalty.
Yeah, so the Warhawks right back on the power play. They scored on their last one. Pretty backdoor pass from Joey Burns to Kennedy Morozic. Here's Burns with the puck out in front. Back to the point. Manning. Burns. McGuire doesn't get much on the shot, but it's tipped wide. Burns right where she was when she set up the last goal. This time she's not given as much space. McMahon turns and fires. It's knocked down. That one just wide of the near post.
Not a whole lot of reaction from Melakrinos.
I don't think she saw it, Mike.
Yeah, I think she was screened on that.
McMahon finds McGuire. Toe save. Burns not able to tuck home the rebound. That was the definition of a toe save by Melakrinos. Keeping it 1-1. Back to the point again. Burns below the red line. Looking for McMahon out in front. Deflected in the net is well off its, not really off its pegs. There are no pegs on the nets at this level, but the net was pushed and came off the goal line.
Well, that could have been a dangerous deflection as it comes from behind the net and cuts through the crease. I'm not sure how it didn't go more towards the net there, but finds its way into the opposite corner, and we remain tied here. Leafs still trying to kill this power play. They have 68 seconds on the penalty kill to go.
The Warhawks have been in the offensive zone this entire power play. They win the draw again. Brogan clears it in. Peifel tries to walk off the red line. Taken away, the Leafs are able to finally relieve the pressure. Frankie Wagner now will have the legs to make it across the opposite red line for another icing.
Well, if you're the Leafs right now, you just gave up a power play goal on the last opportunity for the Warhawks. And a lot of that had to do with you not being able to get out of the zone, just icing it. You don't want to get into that same routine as here's another one thrown down.
And this is Wagner again. She had a little bit of space, just chose to turn and fire it out of the zone. So another offensive zone power play for the Warhawks, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it here. It's 1-1 with 5:13 left to go. May Tannenberger will take the draw against Frankie Wagner. Wagner wins the draw. Leafs try to work it up along the near boards. They can't. It's kept in at the near point by Romanoff. St. Meyer pushes it forward. And once again, the Leafs turn and clear it out for an icing. Now wait for the whistle.
Yeah, if you're the Leafs, though, like I just mentioned, you don't want to get into this situation where that's your last-ditch effort just trying to ice the puck. You want to have some solid control coming out of your zone. I know you're a man down and it's tough, but the Warhawks get the same breath that you do and fresh legs on a power play in your end. That's tough to defend after so many icings, so many chances out there, so many face-offs.
Yeah, they're fortunate, you know, at this level that they don't have the same icing rules as they do in the NHL. The players can change.
Right.
So you're not leaving players out there for, you know, 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time, but it's more the act of continuing to give up defensive zone draws. Eventually you're going to lose that face-off, and the opposition will be able to set up in your own zone. Keely Davis is able to work it out nicely through 4 green sweaters, gets it out to center ice. Here's Peifel. Peifel into the offensive zone. Peifel cuts it across, doesn't get much on the shot though. Played there by Senny, Avery Senny up along the far boards, kept in by Mrozik. Power play's up, 4 minutes, 15 seconds left, so the Leafs do kill that power play penalty on Magdalene Good. Out of the pack with it comes Arnold. Arnold centers it to Mrozik. The shot hits Melakrinos. Romanoff dumps it into the near corner, and again, I don't think Mia Melakrinos saw that slap shot by Mrozik. It just sort of hit her in the chest. She didn't really move at all.
Yeah, she just kind of stood there and let that come to her, and luckily for her and the Leafs side of things, it was able to clip the shoulder and stay out. Dangerous pass to the middle there, and that's kept in.
Kept in at the point, so the Warhawks buzzing here a little bit. Arnold behind the net, over skates at Volavox. Will come out with it, 3:28 left. Volavox looking up ahead for Landian. That pass is not connected, and now the other direction is McGuire. McGuire loses it. Hard along the boards, Avery Senny, but kept in again. Puck bounces towards Melakrinos, and Mia will put that mid on it and cover up for a whistle.
Yeah, this time she wanted no nonsense. She was able to see that puck and decides to just hold on after a defender couldn't find that in the skates for the Leafs. They'll get fresh legs out there, actually both sides, I believe. So we will see a 5-on-5 draw to Melakrinos' right.
Yeah, waiting for the Leafs to send one more player out there. Zoe Simon, a late addition. Puck just sitting on the dot, and then finds its way into Melakrinos, and she was able to track that puck through traffic. She'll cover up for another whistle. So the Warhawks really have kind of taken possession of the possession game here in the third period. That ice has been tilted to our left and making it tough on the Leafs to generate anything offensively. Backhanded in, the Leafs will take it here though, and walking out with it is Pelk. Pelk into the offensive zone with it, loses it right away. Poke checked away, and it should have been offsides, but they let it go as Pelk was still in the offensive zone. Pelk tries to settle down the rolling puck. She does. Drops it for Vanderwall. Vanderwall's shot into the waiting glove of Fernandez. An offensive zone draw now for the Leafs.
That draw will come to the left side of Fernandez. We're seeing this Leafs team just trying to get some offensive opportunities here. Throwing one at the net, getting a whistle might be the best opportunity for them. They're going to need to sustain some pressure here.
Face-off is won by the Leafs, put towards the net, glove down by McMahon. June McMahon up along the near boards. Still with the puck on her stick, now comes out to center ice. Tries to come back for Burns, but Joy had come in ahead of the play, so that'll be an offside. It's kind of a choppy third period here, Mike. A lot of whistles here in the third period.
Yeah, we talked about those icing calls. A lot of goaltender saves that have warranted the whistle being used. And look out, we have another trip call here. So yet again, another stoppage of play. This will be Burns going to the box, and the Leafs now will get an opportunity to see if they can generate any kind of offense. Look to see if they take their time out here.
Burns got her stick into the skates of Keely Davis, knocked her down, and looks like they will, Mike. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game, And the Leafs will be on the power play for almost all of it.
I don't see a whiteboard out, but they're definitely drawing something up over on the Leafs side of things. That's going to be probably their last sort of efforts to try to